Hello, everybody. Shifts, you may feel them, right? Hopefully, you understand it. Hopefully, things are going on well within your own personal shifts. Look at the chart for today, but also for tomorrow. Today, we're going to have some Mercury's going to begin to move. Things are moving. If you pay attention of Mercury retrograde there was, you may experiencing certain same energies, same things inside of you. But you're gonna feel like little pressure that is coming in from shifting the consciousness of your own self into the material world. That is gonna be Jupiter. When Jupiter moves, I mean, he makes a big moves. This can be a very big moves for some of you. This could be a leap of faith. This could be a moving to another place to create a new life, new beginnings in the material world. This is you grown up. Now you begin to understand the things inside of it. This is the growth. The first you understand when you are 1 year old, you begin to walk and you want to know everything into the material world. You are this 2 year old that jumping around and touches everything and wants to know everything. And most of the time, what the parents does? No. Question is are you telling yourself no of this growth? So talking about this shift of Jupiter that it's going to be, it is about if you learn what in your life, what to do in the material world, what you have to achieve into the material world, you to use that power of Jupiter. Otherwise, things are gonna go south. The reason they're gonna go south is because of Pluto. Not a proper transformations lead to not proper manifestations in the material world and actions. Mars is also involved within this big shift. You're gonna feel this when a Mars gets in exactly within this degrees of areas. For right now, he is like in this peaceful situations because of Cancer, make the peace in there. But some of the people who are in active masculine energies, they are within the distorted masculine energies. There's a lot of impatience, a lot of things, a lot of agitations, and so on. So look at it within those shifts. The question is, are you ready? So, talking about this energies, probably I'm going to be doing it pretty soon, a very special astrogravitational report, because what's happening right now, guys, I'm giving you this heads up. It is preparations for the right things to be done, because in October, November situations, we're going to have a lot of involvement within divine energies, and I'm going to be doing some chart pretty soon because it is important. I don't like to look at it so much within the future, but I believe that with this information, so this astrogravitational report that is going to be help you, is going to be helping you to understand the importance of this shifts that you're doing right now. So at this moment, I'm going to put you on the side. So if you here you have some any questions or anything that you want to say, for it, you can write it down. I kind of like a switch into the North American times, and been sleeping during the day, wake up during the night, don't know where I am. My biology clock is so distorted. But looking at within this, working on it to get myself better. So what's going on in the sky, guys? What's going on? What's cooking? The energy is pretty much going to be the same as yesterday. They're not going to be that much different. Midheaven, it's about 22 degrees. It's still squaring the sun and Uranus, but the sun Uranus begins the gap to widen up. So the authority of the universe kind of like, yeah, pushing it away in there. But the sun is very beautiful energies with both Mars and Pluto. So through your inner authority, you're going to be able to transform that. Very beautiful energies that you can use today. The ascendant is in Gemini, same like in yesterday, working on your own friendships there, healing some wounds inside of it is going to be connecting with the moon and Chiron at some point because of healing your growth, healing your situations from within yourself that can lead into a lot of intuitions of working on you. Okay. Talking about these energies, you're gonna feel it because of Jupiter is 29 degrees 56 minutes within Aries. He is about to exit that. Some of you are gonna feel pressure that like you have to do this final growth, final inner growth, final inner understanding, final touches within yourself, fighting things because it's gonna come in time for you to perform. Some maybe gonna feel like running out of time. You're not running out of time. Okay, you're not. So do your things right within yourself. That's what is most important for the growth. So if you are working with yourself and you do this permanent growth, you're replacing the things inside of you. This is what means you did your inner work. So, talking about 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock energy is going to be matching again, same as yesterday with Saturn. That is a huge lessons that it needs to be learned. That is a energy more attaching into Venus and the North Node in Mercury. We're talking about these divine energies, these moments of love that it's there, these learnings. And during those processes, maybe the thing's gonna go too fast. Mercury is a fast messenger. The North Node is just pouring the things over the top of you. And all this done with love, with digging into the mysteries, digging into the energies, digging into these powerful inner understandings of the subconscious. But right now, since you open up within the subconscious, they become consciousness. And with that work that has been done with Jupiter, that was a great, great, incredible work. You're gonna feel this. The lessons is gonna be continue for Venus in there into Cancer. There's gonna be a lot of positive work that is going to be done through this ascendant. Ascendant is at 1 degrees of Cancer. That is squaring Neptune. Some of you are not gonna feel these visions. Why? Because your visions can be pushing so much. You can give so much, and so on. Okay, don't push too much within the family. Transform within the family because the ascendant that is at 1 degrees is actually in divine energies with retrograde Pluto. Pluto is still in Aquarius, which is right now that energy of Aquarius. You are reviewing, you are evaluating these new energies of Jupiter that put us into the age of Aquarius knowledge. He gave us this path of transformations. But now, since it's retrograde, you're reviewing your actions during this period. What did you do? What did you transform? How do you take in the new energies? Is the new energies are working within you? Are you replacing your subconsciousness within yourself? Would open up more and more. That subconsciousness, once it's open, it becomes part of your conscious. That's what I mean. So some of you maybe have hard times with this because Mars is opposition with this. You feel like you're opposing these changes. You can't opposing the changes. Changes are good. If things don't change, that means you stuck. You stuck within this. But if you are stuck within there, you are going to be opposing this growth that is happening right now in the material world. You're opposing your destiny and you opposing the internal communications within you, which is that leads to one word: self sabotage, self putting down, self pity, self hater. That can lead to a lot of things. Open up within yourself. So if you're in a war within yourself again, try not to be bring that war to others. Okay, fix your things within yourself. So, talking about this energy later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Neptune. Pretty good energies in there with Mars. Pretty good energies with. Hi, Andres. Thank you for coming in. Glad to see you, Barry. If you have any questions, write them down, and I will answer it after the report or during the report. We'll see how that's going to go. But talking about this inner work at 9 o'clock is gonna be focused is like what I need to change within my soul, what I need to change within my things inside of it, so I can have a better situations within the family, how I can have a better partner. This is coming because the ascendant, what you see that you have to need to work on it, it's rising and is together with Venus. But you're gonna be actually working with that energy in about 5 hours later. Ascendant, it is the vision. But once you get the visions within your sight, it takes a time for that process. So the gravity within the day, it takes about 5 hours. You to really see that energy, how it will work. And it's good this time of 9 o'clock that this energy is actually is going to be helping you out within yourself to see this clarity, especially within the divine masculine energies, which is representing of Mars. Okay, but right now Mars and Pluto there in war. You don't want to transform, you don't want to change. Actually, you need to see the visions. Why? Because when you have the why, you know the how. Okay, if you love your person, if you do the right things within your person, then this is your why, and the how is coming afterwards. So it's a beautiful energies of growth that it's been done. By the way, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, that energy that is going to be at 9 o'clock is actually is going to be the moon and Uranus. They're going to come together. This is going to be the intuitions of that growth that you're going to have. But you may going to see like glimpses during the day today. Oh my God. I got clicked on the wrong. Okay. All right. There you go. Back where we are. So at 10 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with the moon in Aries. That is going to be intense energy towards Venus. There's going to be the feminine things that needs to be removed, cleared out within the family. Why? Because Venus is there. And now since the moon is squaring Venus, that's usually the intuitions and the love. Something is not right there. Something is not correct. Usually, there are also situations between mother and a daughter situations. And since midheaven is right there, then it's going to point you out your personal feelings, your emotions. Okay, the moon represents the emotions. The moon is one a very important thing because through the emotions you are able to read other people. That is it, the energies in there, and through the energies in there you are able to receive and transmit informations that happens within people that they don't talk. You know that, when you're walking around people, you're sending these vibes and these vibes returning to you. The dolphins actually, they're very beautiful on that, but we are beginning to develop that within us. So you're sending energy, you receive energy, you know what you're dealing with the person, you know how they feel, or you know how that's going on, and so on. Especially if you're an empathic personality, you already know how that works. Okay, but when we're talking about these energies within the moon, when it's squaring Venus, that talks about conflict or unresolved situations. Since the moon is in areas that represent I am, Venus represents I am the love in the family. This could be also talking about there could be interference from the mother side within your personal family. So stay on your toes, but internally inside of you, that is it, the fight between intuitions and love. Ascendant doesn't help at this time. Okay, at 10 o'clock there, ascendant is exactly 27 degrees, 12 minutes within Cancer. Mars is 27 degrees, 41 minutes. It's basically there together. You're gonna be seeing this Mars situation within you. What road you're gonna take? If you in the past 2 days you've been getting energy of fighting actions, doubts, situations, you don't want to transform, you don't want to change, you're not going the right way, not going to the right directions. But if you see the visions, what you need to change, those visions, they're going within the authority, and the authority goes back into Mars. That is a beautiful energies for yourself. Then also Mars sending that energies into Neptune. From Neptune, it goes to Pluto. Pluto sending into the authority. That is the two wings within yourself about you to change, you to transform. First of all, the of understanding about the masculine energies, because this is a very beautiful aspect where the masculine, the authority, the visions, and transformations, those are four major points that they're working within your subconscious to help you to navigate better in life. Okay. On the soul level, this could be you working to building up your own wings for better future within yourself. But again, if you're in a fight with yourself, you are missing this. So at 11 o'clock, midheaven is together with Jupiter there. The growth, you're gonna feel this intense energies. That's like, oh my God, what's going on? This is like you're trying to go and travel somewhere, and you have the last minute preparations. You might missing your train. You might feel like you're missing your airplane, and so on and so on. No, actually not. Okay, if you take everything nice, smooth, and slow, you will understanding that there is nothing about to hurry up. Saturn is helping and supporting all these energies, so is Venus. Okay, so during this time, you're gonna be feeling this power of love. But if you are angry, if you're late for work, if you got these tensions that come from outside of you, collective tensions, you're gonna feel like, what the heck? I mean, it's not mine, it's not me. What is it, this pressure? What is that goes on? Stay within your bubble, stay within your zone inside of you. Okay, because that's what the shift is. You're gonna feel the shift, the power of that shift. And you may feel people who feeling like awkward around you. You know the shift is coming. So you stay neutral, let the people shift on themselves. You cannot push them to shift. They have to learn to shift on their own. That is a power with lie within themselves because they have to make a choices. That's the choices for themselves. All right. So at 12 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at 12 degrees. The ascendant is going to be at 20 degrees of Leo. That is going to be beautiful energies there with the moon. But it's going to be squaring the authority in Uranus. This is like you opposing sudden changes. Well, the changes are coming, like it or not. And if your ego doesn't like it, your soul will love it. Okay, so look at inside of you what kind of changes you do not want to do. Especially we're talking about within the masculine energies. Currently, Venus doesn't have negative aspects, so the feminine energies they know how to proceed with the masculine. The question is are they are going to willing to do the work together? And currently, actually, the feminine energy is talking about. Uh, Venus specifically, there is no kind of like energies that combines them with Mars. There isn't. And this is why you may feel like distance or disconnect or separation situations between the energies within yourself. Okay? There is a reason for it. Growth, maturity, understanding things, and keep going forward. So 1 o'clock midheaven, as usual, it is together with the sun. That is about the authority. You taking the authority from within yourself. It's like, okay, I got enough. I gotta change. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of energies coming in because the ascendant is at 2 degrees. You see the things that you need to heal your destiny, to heal your communications, to heal your growth. That is coming from the ascendant. It's rising up in the horizon. That is the things you're going to work. There is a divine healing at the same time from Pluto. There is also shifting in to that time. But the ascendant is opposing Saturn. You're kind of like going against the teacher, but it's also squaring the midheaven and the sun. So be mindful that this obstructions, this self-learning that you need to do. If you suppressing yourself, what are you gonna do? you have to do something. And what do? You look at it, you grow, you have communications, you look at your destiny. The destiny is very good with Venus, that is a with Cancer, and Venus is connections with Saturn, the teacher. So you're learning the feminine energies, that the feminine energies within yourself, how you as a masculine to work with feminine energies, but at the same time, if you have not developed feminine energies, you to learn them. This is why this is a precious time, especially between Venus and Saturn together. Usually, people who have a this aspects in their chart as a trine between Venus and Saturn depends on what zodiac signs, but in generally, that it's talking about a lot of wisdom of love. Usually, those people are they are. Uh, they are like inspirational life coaches. Those are people who work within the field of love, religions, and so on and so on. Those are the people who bring that positiveness within the spirituality. Since Saturn is in Pisces right now, we're talking about no limits within the universe. You can learn mysteries inside of you. But Saturn, is restrictor, gives you limits, gives you situations. But if you open yourself, so it's Saturn open from within and reveals the secrets when you are ready. So later on at 2 o'clock, the ascendant is at 14 degrees of Virgo. That is going to be a trining Uranus. You're ready for this sudden changes inside of you. There. It's very beautiful sextile with Venus. That is a angel wings with 4 points. That is a Saturn on the one side. That is a the ascendants on the other side. That is a Venus. And right now, with all these energies, there is an evolving the North Node and Mercury. You look at those energies inside, you're gonna see them. They're gonna be coming in force. It's the same way that Mars has its wings now. Venus is getting its wings. As you see it, there is a beautiful energy, even though that there is a lot of pressure. You feel like, this pressure is pushing you somewhere. It's guiding you somewhere. Yes, it's gonna guide you because in October you're gonna be practicing those divine energies. There's going to be some lot of divine energies. They're going to be pouring towards the earth. Okay, but I'm going to talking about this later on. We'll see, maybe tomorrow. For so later on at 3 o'clock, midheaven is at 25 degrees of Gemini. Friendship, pretty good energies with Mercury, the North Node, communications. But there is a problems of seeing the visions, because sometimes the visions of what the others will have to do in you is your own visions, but it's not theirs. And this is why you may have issues with friends coming over and tells you what to do without knowing what is really inside of you. That is also be coming in with the ascendant that it's opposing Neptune. And Neptune scoring midheaven, that is a these blockages. But since midheavens is in Gemini, what are the friendshipness houses, that is a the 3-year-old, that is a when you go to the daycare and you meet others like you, okay, other Gemini like you, then you know what I'm talking about there. So be mindful about this, but overall the energy is going to be pretty good because that is a sextile with Mars. Mars is sextiling the Sun. The Sun is sextiling Neptune. Neptune sextiling Pluto. Come on, masculine energies, yes. And when I look at it, the ascendant is also trine with the Sun and Uranus, and it's trining Pluto, and Pluto's trining the Sun. So now the transformations, the authorities with the transformations are coming. They're all working together. You will understand it. To those transformations, you're going to need them because you're going to be tested. And the test is going to begin with a Mars entering Leo. So later on at 4 o'clock, midheaven is with Venus. As you see it, we are going from masculine to feminine, masculine to feminine. You're going to be wondering what's going on within your emotions. Are you okay? Actually, That is leading to perfections from within. There is no actual perfections, but you find the perfections with the imperfections. But right now, you're putting this masculine, feminine energies within yourself. If you're masculine, you know where the masculine energies are going inside of you. You know where the feminine energies goes inside of you. So it's going to be a very beautiful because midheaven is at 9 degrees with Cancer. Venus is at 10 degrees exactly at Cancer. And there is this beautiful trine with Saturn. Ascendant, though, it's at 8 degrees of Libra. Talking about these, I mean, karmic situations in there, like blessings within the relationships they are. So if you have something at the 8 degree of Libra in there around this area, the first I'm talking about from the first eight, like in the mid of Libra, is gonna affecting these divine energies within yourself. Okay, because where are they coming from? They're coming from Mercury, the North Node, and Saturn. Talk about this in a few days. We keep going about this aspect. Saturn is the karmic ruler. Now, Saturn is in divine energies, giving you divine blessings and the partnerships together with the North Node and Mercury. You're getting the messages about the divine partnerships inside of you. That's how it goes. It is what it is. You're going to know. But are you the divine partnership within yourself first? Are you in the divine partnerships with the divine? Huge questions, right? And ascendant, it's squaring Venus at this time. This is a test. Like, you don't put the love towards the woman because you're missing the love towards the divine. When you put the love towards the divine, you get the love towards the woman. There is a things in there, right? The man has to have a God to himself, to look up to God, so God can show him what the love is. And if the woman wants to know if the man loves her, his path is to lead the woman to God. So that's what this is all about. Okay, guys. So talking about 5 o'clock, ascendant is at 20 degrees of Libra. Relationships, yeah, lack of growth, emotions, mothers involved, maybe, could be, will be, who knows. But midheaven is together with Mars, puts this all pressures right now built in there. And it's like you looking for an outside source that interfere within your own situations. Some of you that you're going to feel this inside of it because the moon in Aries, it's like, well, if there is no issue, I'll create one. You guys know if you're Aries, what's going on in there. It's like because you feel bored. Okay, you feel bored. This is the 1 year old that is like, well, I have to scream, I have to cry, so momkin comes in and creates, gives him an attentions and so on. But it is about you to look inside of you and grow from this. Okay. So the ascendant is opposing the moon and Jupiter in there at this time. But midheaven is together with Mars and Cancer. You're dealing with these masculine energies. Now you have to perform. But what kind of perform you're gonna choose? Because the intense energies with the ascendant creates a lot of issues in there with your emotions in there because you want to win, you want to go there, you want to put the foot in the situations, you want to be this masculine energies when you're supposed to take the authority from it yourself and transform and have the peace in the family. Did you grow in there? Did you grow throughout the day? Did you shift your consciousness inside of you? Huge test. Huge test about 5 p.m. So later on at 6 p.m., midheaven is going to be at Leo. That it's a opposing Pluto. I mean, we're going to be talking about, we've been dealing with these energies of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius situations. This is going to be going for a while. Okay, guys? It's going to be going for a while. And especially that right now, if you look at it, that if you have anything on Aquarius right now, specifically because Mercury, the North Node, they go through there. But right now, Jupiter is going to enter in Taurus and is going to be squaring all the energies that you have in Aquarius. So, growth, situations, things, oof, yes, that is going to be kind of like intense inside. But through these squaring situations, you may have some Jupiter and Leo, you may have Jupiter and Libra, or you may have Jupiter or whatever situations you have in there. This is going to be related to this. Okay, so look at your own chart because that is a shift within the material world. So at 7 o'clock, the energies are a little bit more calm down from within. The midheaven is in Leo. There is a beautiful trine towards the moon and Uranus. It's like, you know what? Let's calm down. Let's talk like adults. Let's talk about this growth. Let's see what we're going to do. Try not to make a conflict about real estate, money. Someone owes you money, somebody owes you seeing things, you have this, and so on and so on, because it's not going to end up good. It is about your self growth. You to depend on yourself what you're going to do with all this. Okay, if you're not transforming it by now, then you got issues. Houston, we got a problem for some of you. Because midheaven, it is squaring the authority and Uranus. Pluto is beginning to squaring the moon, Jupiter, the North Node, Mercury in there, and the ascendant, it is opposing the North Node and Mercury in there. So there is a lot of points of intensity of this time. But the balance is going to be made from the ascendant with Venus and Saturn. The balance from within the feminine side when she's like, you know what, calm down. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. As long as we have a love and peace, I'm not worried about anything else. That is the power of love in Cancer, in the family. All right, so 8 o'clock, midheaven. It is at 9 degrees of Virgo. There is this angel wings right now with Venus. You're working in the mount. That energy I was just talking about the previous hour. Now you're taking a flight. You understand how beautiful you grew as a feminine, as a mother, because you calm down the storm from within yourself, but you also calm down the storm of the masculine energies. Ascendant is at 25 degrees of Scorpio. You're going to be seeing a conflicts, things, situations there in the shadow and so on. In there is a beautiful divine energies with the moon and Jupiter. There is going to be divine growth within yourself. Ascendant is a beautiful sixth house with Pluto. Transformations is in order. Also the visions with in what happens in the shadow, what happened with all these energies in there, and that energy is going to be also very beautiful with Mars. This is going to be one of the masculine energies. They're like, oh my God, what could I have been done? If I was angry, what the heck did I did? Some who did nothing bad, they're gonna be okay. But if you're the person get some bad actions, especially in the physical level, this is gonna be the time of realizations. How could have been so stupid? How could have been? How could have done this? So this is why it's important you to grow today, to be ready for the proper shifts. And at 9 p.m., the midheaven is going to be at 25 degrees of Virgo. Healing is in order. Ascendant is at 7 degrees of Sag. Divine energies between Venus and the North Node. You see correlations with love within the feminine. When it comes together to the proper communications, you're receiving what the North Node has for you. That is a piece in the family. Midheaven, it's the healing sessions that comes in there. It's beautiful energies with Mars, beautiful energies with Pluto, beautiful energies with the Sun and Uranus, ready for doing those changes, and divine aspects there with the Moon and Jupiter will be an effect to grow. you've done the right things. If you did the right things, you get in the right things. If you did the wrong things, then nobody can save you. Okay, it all lies within you. So 10 o'clock midheaven is at 11 degrees of uh, of Libra. If I go back like a few, let me see, let me adjust at the proper time. Uh, Talking about this from like 9:30 till like 9:45, 9:50. Okay, this is gonna be this divine aspect that we point attentions to it, that it's created by Saturn, the North Node, and Mercury. We're talking about these beautiful divine energies. They're gonna come. You're gonna be working with them. So around this time, like a 9:20 till 9:50ish, in there, look within yourself. What is coming to you? Pay attention to it because those energies are coming. They are going to be very, very powerful. All right. And last thing that we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to finish the astro-gravitational report, that it's going to be 11 o'clock midheaven. It's 27 degrees of Libra. There is going to be this intensified energies with Mars, intensified energies with Pluto, a lot of oppositions with the Moon, Jupiter, North Node, Mercury in the relationships. If you haven't solved your issues, guess what? If so much pressure, if so much situations, what exit can you do? Give it to the divine. Okay, just give it to the divine. And let me tell you what the divine is going to do. The divine is going to get the authority and the visions to tell you what you need to do. They know the best what they're doing. And this is going to be the divine yacht created between midheaven, which is in the top, and the one side is Neptune's and Pisces, the deepest mysteries in there, and the sun, the authority. Okay, this is how you're going to find the inner peace before you go to bed. You don't find your inner peace, there's going to be a lot of intensity, there's going to be a lot of energy. It's not worth it. Okay, if you have a lot of pressures between you and a partner, or between you and yourself, between you and your lower self and a higher self, you kind of like have internal battles in there, just give it a gun, give it to the new energies. Like, you know what, you guys know what to do with it. I'm just going to keep my peace. And this is what I'm leaving you today, guys. Hopefully you guys gonna have a great transformations, great time, and hopefully this astro-gravitational report helps you in your life. So now if you have so many questions, you guys can ask. If not, let's go share the love and the light. And if you guys need for anything, you can contact me out on the Facebook. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Well, let me give you some love and gifts of love. Take it as much as you need it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be love, guys, and be at peace. And remember, shifts are good. We're shifting with the new consciousness. All right, guys. Be love.